Hey everybody, welcome to the finals of the Strat-Bat tournament. There is a caveat. This may not be the final game depending on who wins. The Dodgers and the Orioles are in the finals, but the Orioles come from losers bracket, so they have to beat the Dodgers to survive. If the Dodgers win, it is over. Starting pitching matchup for the Dodgers is Fernando Valenzuela for LA, or for the Dodgers I should say, from 1982. And for the Orioles, it is Mike Boddicker from 1983. So we're going back to the 80s for our starting pitching. We'll go ahead and get things to do the lineup as they come up. So leading off for the Orioles will be center fielder Paul Blair. And we're underway. It's a 1-7 for Blair, and that's a potential triple. 1-3 is a triple. 4-20 is a single. That's an 18, so that is going to be a leadoff single for Paul Blair. He's an ace stealer, but Campanella's a one catcher, so don't want to run yourself out of an inning, so they're going to leave him at first. And here's Machado. Talk of trade talks for the Orioles in the offseason this year. 4-7 against Fernando is a strikeout, so one away, and that brings up Cal Ripken Jr. It is a 6-7, and that's a walk. So Fernando puts 2 on with only 1 out for the heart of the order, Eddie Murray. Murray, a 2-3, and that's a strikeout. He just missed some home runs, but he found a strikeout. Fernando was able to sneak that screwball by him. 2 down for Ken Singleton, and it is a 5-3. 5-3 is a ground ball first base X. That's Gil Hodges. He's back in the lineup this game, and he's a 1 defender, and that's a 6. So first baseman, a 1 and a 6 is a good play. A 7 would have been an error, but one's a good play. And for the third out, that's going to end the inning. So nothing happening for the Orioles in the first. Go to the bottom of the first. Mike Boddicker on the hill, and he'll be taking on center fielder Pete Reiser to lead things off. That is a 6-6 against Boddicker. 1-11 is a single. 12-20 a liner to third. That's a single for Pete Reiser. And Pete Reiser is a D stealer, so he's not going anywhere. But that'll bring up Jackie Robinson. And that's a 5-3. Ground ball shortstop X, that's Ripken. He's a 1, so they're looking to turn 2 here possibly. That is a 3. A 1 and a 3 as a shortstop is an out 3, and in the basic that is a double play, so it's a 6-4-3 double play. 2 quick outs. Clears the bases for Duke Snider, and that is a 2-8 for Snider. So Snider, a 2-8 is a single, solid single, so that double play turned out to be big. Inning still going with 2 outs for Adrian Beltre, third baseman. That's a 3-8 for Beltre, and a 3-8 is a ground ball to short. That's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for either side in the first. We go to the second. No score. Fernando Valenzuela back on the hill, and he'll be facing DH Boog Powell. For Powell, that's a 5-8, and that's a pop out to first. Handled over there by Gil Hodges, 1 away. Here's Adam Jones. 2-10 for Jones, and that's a 1-3 triple. 4-20 is a single. So Jones, a 20 is a 1-out single. Brings up Jonathan Scope. Jones is a D stealer. He's not going anywhere. Jonathan Scope, a 2-6 is a ground ball shortstop A. That's a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Double play combination of Seager to Robinson to Hodges. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. And the DH, Pedro Guerrero, stepping to the plate to take on Boddicker. 2-7 for Guerrero. Ground ball to Machado at third. That's 1 away. Brings up Gil Hodges. Hodges, a 1-11. It's a ground ball to second, handled by Scope, and that's 2 away. Roy Campanella. Oop, knocked him over there. 4-7 off of Boddicker is a strikeout. So that's going to end the inning. So after 2 complete, we are scoreless. Okay, back for the top of the third. I had to pause the video because I had to cough, and I didn't think you wanted to hear me coughing. Here's Chris Hoiles to lead off the top of the third. It's a 2-10, and a chance for a home run for Hoiles. 1-5 would do it. A 6-20 is just going to be a long fly ball to Duke Snider, and it's an 8, so it's a long fly ball to Snider, and there's 1 away. Call that warning track power. Here's Paul Blair. 5-8 is a pop out to first. 2 down for Manny Machado. And 6-6. 6-6 is a fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the third. No score. Carl Furillo stepping to the plate. It's a 2-8 for Furillo, and that's a fly to left. So there's 1 away for Corey Seager. Shortstop. It's a 4-9. Fly to left again. So 2 outs in a row, flying out to left fielder Andrew Jones. Here's Pete Reeser, top of the order. 6-8 is a, it's a 5-8. 6-8 is a pop out to short, and that's going to end the third. So we played 3 innings. Nothing's been decided. We're still scoreless. Go to the top of the fourth, and it'll be Cal Ripken Jr. Ripken, Murray, and Singleton. And I keep knocking the pitcher cards over for some reason. 5-6. 5-6 is a fly to left. 1 away. Brings up Eddie Murray. Murray, a 5-6 is another fly to left. I think that was the same roll back to back. I do that a lot. Here's Singleton. Hopefully it's not another 5-6. It is instead a all 2s, 2-4. 2-4 is a ground ball to second. Jackie Robinson makes the play. Orioles are done in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score. And that'll bring up Jackie Robinson. It's a 1-5 for Robinson, and he will get a solid single to lead things off. He's an A stealer, so he's got a chance to move here because Chris Hoiles is a 3 catcher. And as a 3 catcher, that's a -2. And as an A stealer, he starts out with a 15. So that's a 1-13 for Jackie Robinson to make it. They're going to take that chance, 1-13. And it's a 9, so he made it. So Jackie Robinson trying to get something going here in the fourth. A single and a stolen base. He's in scoring position for Duke Snider. That's a 6-5. And they're going to do it. Look at this, 6-5, 1-12 is a double, 13-20 is a single, but they're both 2 stars. So the runner will score, depending on what it is. It's a 17, so it's a single for Duke Snider. But with the 2 stars, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about the run scoring. Robinson will score. Dodgers lead at 1-0. There's Adrian Beltre. 6-7, and that's going to be a walk. So Beltre draws a walk. Now the Oriole bullpen might start to get some activity because this is it. They can't afford to lose. They can't afford to give up a lot of runs. Here's Guerrero. It's 2-8 for Guerrero. 2-8 is a ground ball shortstop A. That's going to get him out of the inning with the 6-4-3 double play. And as soon as I say that, Boddicker delivers the double play ball, and the inning is over. So we go to the fifth, and it's a 1-0 Dodger lead. Mostly thanks to Jackie Robinson, but an assist from Duke Snider. All right, Fernando on the bump, facing Boog Powell. 5-6. 5-6 is a fly to left. 1 away. There's been a lot of 5-6s for some reason when Fernando is pitching. 2-9. 2-9, that's not a 5-6. 2-9 is a potential home run for Adam Jones. 1-11 would do it. Would tie the ball game. 12-20, a double. It is a 1. It was almost flipped to a 19, but it flipped back to a 1. It flipped back to a, I'll get my hand out of the way, a 1. So it went from a 19 to a 1 at the last minute, and that is a home run for Adam Jones. We are tied. Jonathan Scope. 1-4. 1-4 for Scope is a ground ball to short. 2 down. Brings up the catcher, Chris Hoiles. That is a 1-7 for Hoyles, and he will walk. So 2-out walk for Hoyles. Brings up Paul Blair. 3-7 for Blair is a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. But the Orioles tie it on the Adam Jones homer. Go to the bottom of the fifth. We're tied at 1. Boddicker back on the hill facing Gil Hodges to lead things off. And Hodges a 4-7. And that is a strikeout for Boddicker. 1 away. He's up Roy Campanella. It's a 5-11. And that's a fly ball left field X. Adam Jones is a 1. And that is a 12. So in the outfield, a 1 and a 12 is an out. And that's going to be out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Carl Furillo, the Reading Rifle. That's a 2-7 for Furillo, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Handled by Ripken, and the inning is over. So we played 5 complete, and nothing's been settled. We're still tied at 1. And we'll have Manny Machado to lead things off. It's a 2-11. 2-11 is a solid single. Solid single for Machado to lead off the 6th. Machado is an E-stealer, so he's obviously not going anywhere. Here's Ripken. It's a 2-9 for Ripken. He's going to pop it up to the shortstop, Seager, for out number 1. That'll bring up Eddie Murray. And Murray, a 4-10 against Fernando, is a fly to right. That's 2 down. Now it's up to Ken Singleton. Keep it going. It's a 3-7 for Singleton, and he's going to get a base hit, but they're both 2 stars, so even the double will not score the run. So it's a 1-4 for a double, 5-20 for a single. It's an 18, it's a single with 2 stars, so Singleton will single. Machado will go to third. Runners are at the corners, 2 outs for Boog Powell, DH. Now it's a 3-3 for Powell, and he grounds to second, and that's going to end the inning. So Fernando pitches around the trouble. Go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 1. Boddicker back on the bump, and it'll be Corey Seager leading off for the Dodgers. 4-7 is a strikeout. 1 away. Back to the top of the order in Pete Reiser. 1-5 for Reiser, and look at this, 1-4 is a homer. 5-20 is a triple. So either way, Dodgers are in business. It's a 15, it's a triple for Pete Reiser. A 1-out triple. He's in scoring position for Jackie Robinson. And that's a 3-7. 3-7 for Robinson's ground ball shortstop A. And I believe in the basic rules, ground ball A, if no runs are forced, they have to hold. So Robinson grounds out, and Reiser stays at third base. So 2 down, and now it's up to Duke Snider. Of course, he did have the RBI back in the 4th. It's a 1-5, and he's going to do it again. Duke Snider did it again. 1-5 is a solid single, and that's going to put the Dodgers back out in front by the score of 2-1. As the Duke comes through again. Here's Beltre. 3-5 for Beltre is another single right there. So runners are now at first and second. You're not going to run on Paul Blair, particularly since Hodges doesn't run that well. I'm sorry, Snider. Actually, Snider does run at a 15, so they may go ahead and send him, because now that I think about it, because in basic, you don't care about the outfielder's arm. You just care about whether you can make it or not. And it's a 1-15, but with 2 outs, that makes it a 1-17. So they'll go ahead and send him. And he makes it. So it's runners at the corners as Snider makes it to third. So runners are at the corners with 2 outs. And Pedro Guerrero, the batter. Oriole bullpen in full force. 6-5. And they're going to need it because Boddicker just gave up another hit. It's a 1-12 is a double. 13-20 is a single. That's a double with 2 stars. So Guerrero doubles. Beltre has to stop at third. Snider will score. Dodgers now take a 3-1 lead, and that's going to be it for Boddicker. Right back with their pitching change. Okay, new Oriole pitcher is Darren O'Day from 2015 as 1.52 ERA. He's going to be there facing Gil Hodges. It's a 5-9, and that's a strikeout. So O'Day gets out of the jam, but the damage was done, and the Dodgers take a 3-1 lead after 6 innings. Go to the 7th. Fernando's still out there. It'll be Adam Jones, who homered his last time up. 1-9. This time he's going to strike out. 1 away for Jonathan Scope. Scope of 3-8. 3-8 for Scope, and he's going to hit a home run. Look at that. Jonathan Scope, a 3-8 is a solid homer. Cuts the lead to 3-2, and now the Dodger bullpen is loosening. And I'll bring up Hoyles. It's a 2-8 for Hoyles, and he just hit a home run. Look at this, back-to-back jacks. 2-8 is a home run. We are now tied at 3. So back-to-back jacks, and Fernando may not be much longer for this game. Here's Paul Blair. 2-10 for Blair is a ground ball to third, and that's out number 2. That'll bring up Manny Machado. 3-12 for Machado, and he's going to fly to right, and that's going to end the inning. But back-to-back home runs by Scope and Hoyles have tied it. Go to the bottom of the 7th. We are tied at 3, and Darren O'Day back out for his. He only pitched to 1 batter last inning, so he's good to go. Here's Campanella, 3-6, and Campanella is out on strikes. So O'Day has faced 2 batters and struck them both out. Here's Carl Furillo. Furillo is a 2-2, and he's going to hit a fly ball to left. That's 2 away for Corey Seager. Seager, a 4-12 against O'Day is a walk. So it's a 2-out walk to Seager. Brings up Pete Reeser. He tripled and scored last time. It's a 5-7, and this time he's going to strike out, and that's going to end the inning. So we played 7 complete, and nothing's been decided. It is 3-3. Be right back with a new Dodger pitcher. Okay, new Dodger pitcher is Eric Gagne from 2003. He had a 1.20 ERA and 55 saves. It's not a save situation, obviously, but they're going to try to keep it close. And he's got to deal with Ripken, Murray, and Singleton. So Ripken, a 3-7 for Ripken, is a fly out to left field. So there's 1 away. I'll bring up Eddie, Eat, Drink, and Be Murray. That is a 6-11 off of Gagne. 6-11 is a ground ball third base X. That is going to be Beltre, who's a 2. And that's a 12. So a 2 and a 12. 2 and a 12 is a 1 base error. So an E5 on Beltre. Uncharacteristic for him, but he boots it. Puts Murray at first with 1 out for Ken Singleton. That's a 4-7. 4-7 for Gagne is a strikeout, and his card is loaded with strikeouts. So it's best to stay off of his card. Here's Boog Powell, and he's done it. Boog Powell's on his own card, 2-4, and Boog Powell just went deep on that 2-4. Boog Powell with a home run, a 2-run shot, and it was the error on Beltre that opened the door, and the Orioles just broke it down. It is now a 5-3 Oriole lead. Gagne is not happy. Here's Adam Jones. That is a 5-8, and that's a strikeout by Gagne to end the inning. But the damage was done. Be right back with the new Orioles pitcher. Okay, new Orioles pitcher is Greg Olson from 1992. 2.05 ERA and 36 saves. So he'll be on to face Jackie Robinson, Duke Snider, and Adrian Beltre here in the 8th. is a 4-4. 4-4 is a strikeout. 4-5 would have been a home run chance, but 4-4 was a strikeout. Here's Duke Snider. That is a 5-9, and that's another strikeout. So Olson strikes out Snider. 2 up, 2 down for Adrian Beltre. And that's a 3-7 for Beltre. And that's 1-2 is a chance at a single. Anything else, so anything other than a 1 or 2, it's a line out to scope at second. And it's a 4, so it's a line out to second to end the 8th inning. So we go to the top of the 9th. New pitcher for the Dodgers will now be Steve Howe. Steve Howe from 1982, a 2.08 ERA and 13 saves. He will be in there. And Zach Britton's warming up for the Orioles to pitch the bottom of the 9th. But right now, it is Steve Howe trying to keep it where it is. And he's got to face the guys that hit the 2 home runs last time up, Scope and Hoyles. So it's a 5-7. 5-7 off of Howe is a strikeout. So 1 away for Chris Hoyles. Hoyles a 2-9. And Hoyles did it again. Look at this. Another home run for Chris Hoyles. They thought about using Tettleton, but they had a hunch with Hoyles, and it has come through big time. A 2-9 is a home run. Second of the game for Hoyles. And the Orioles now grab a 6-3 lead, and it's looking more and more like there's going to be another game to be played. Here's Paul Blair. 6-3 off of Howe is a ground ball to first. It's 2 away. And that'll bring up Manny Machado. It's a 4-10 off of Howe, and it's a ground ball shortstop X. That's Seager. Seager is a 3. And that's that was a 5, and I moved it, so I think it was. So I'm going to re-roll it anyway, just to, so it's not tainted. 11, shortstop 3, and 11 is an out. A 5 would have been an out also, so didn't want anything bad to happen there, but I just happened to bump the D20. Didn't mean to. All right, we go to the 9th. And it's not going to be Zach Britton, I don't believe. With a 3-run lead, they're going to see if they can rest Britton and go to Tippy Martinez instead. But if Tippy gets in trouble, you can better believe Britton will be in the ball game very quickly, as Britton is still warming up in the bullpen. But it's going to be Tippy Martinez from 1983, 2.35 ERA. So he's got a 3-run lead to protect. So since it's a 3-run lead, they'll go ahead and let him do it. If it was a 2-run lead, they'd probably put Britton in, but they're going to try to rest him. Here's Guerrero. It's a 3-5. And Guerrero starts out with a leadoff single. But you can't blame Martinez because it was off of Guerrero's card. It's 1 away for Gil Hodges. Knocked it over again. 3-8 for Hodges. 3-8 for Hodges is another single. So back-to-back singles puts runners at first and second with nobody out. Tying runs at the plate, and Roy Campanella to 1-9. And Campanella has a chance for a home run here. 1-6 is a homer. 7-20 is a double. 1-6, we got a tie ball game. It's a 17. It's a double. So the double will score Guerrero. Now, about Hodges, he runs at a 1-13, but they're not going to take the chance. They're still behind by 2 runs, so they're going to hold him at third. And that's going to be it for Tippy Martinez. He just had bad luck, got 3 rolls off the batter card, so Orioles can't afford to take any chances any further. They're going to go right to Zach Britton from his 2016 season, who did not blow a save. They're going to see if he can not blow this one as well, although it's a tough one. Runs at second and third, nobody out. And Roy Campanella still got a run to play with, so they're going to play the infield back, of course. It's a 2-8, so we're still off the batter card. 2-8 for Campanella. And Campanella just hit the walk-off home run to win. No, I'm sorry. I was looking at 1-8. My bad. It's 2-8. 2-8 is a walk, and that's going to load the bases. Almost got excited there. But 2-8, not a 1-8. So that loads the bases for... I'm sorry, that was not Campanella. Campanella just doubled. 2-8. My bad. I didn't flip the cards over. Ferrillo was at bat. That's 2-8 is a fly to left for a sacrifice fly. So let me get that straight before I screw anything else up. It's to fly to left for out number 2, but Hodges does score, cuts the lead to 6-5, with the Campanella representing the tying run on second base, and Corey Seager the batter. So it's up to Seager. Seager against Britton. To 2-3. 2-3 is a walk. He almost hit a home run. 2-3 is a walk, so he just missed the home run. It is a walk. Puts runners at first and second for Pete Reeser, who was 2 for 4, a single and a triple. Either one would go well for the Dodgers right now. 6-5. 6-5 is a strikeout, and that's the ball game. Zach Britton holds on for dear life, and the Orioles hold on for dear life and defeat the Dodgers by the score of 6-5. There will be a final championship game, as the Dodgers just took their first loss of the tournament. So we're going to have a one for all the marbles next time around, and it's going to be pretty much the aces. It's going to be Jim Palmer for the Orioles, and it's going to be Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. So I think, let's see, Kershaw may not be eligible though. Let me see here. Yeah, he pitched the last game against the Orioles, so he's really not eligible. So they're going to go instead to Zach Greinke. So Zach Greinke, who hasn't pitched in this tournament at all, is going to be in there to start against Jim Palmer. And actually, Palmer's not eligible either, because he pitched that game against well, actually he is eligible in a quirky way, because the Orioles have had 3 games since that. So it actually will be Palmer against Greinke. So Palmer against Greinke in the finals, and it'll be for the whole Strat-Bats kit and caboodle. So hope you guys enjoyed that ball game. The Orioles win it 6-5 and extended one more round. And until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.